Okay. Okay. Fuck me, I can't type. Hey. Today's not a typing. Damn, boy. Koala. Well, both of you doing dropping a reset without even saying anything first. Oh, okay. Being non-verbal today, are we? That's fine, honestly. Like, it's a Thursday? I thought today was Friday, man. I actually thought cobblemon was starting today. I woke up this morning thinking it was Friday. I was planning out my entire day for being live for the server launching at 3 p.m. And I didn't realize until, I think, noon today that it wasn't Friday. I straight up thought the server was launching today, and I was so ready to stream. I'm like, I got cynical here. I was so prepared. You see the Bring Me album come out tonight at midnight? Wait, that's... Oh... Really? What's the name of the album? I haven't heard anything about it. I don't keep up with Bring Me the Horizon all too much. Next Gen? Post-Human Next Gen out May 24th. Oh, shit. Do they have a thing on Spotify for it? Oh, yeah, they do. Oh, Kool-Aid and Darkside are both singles from it. Okay. How many tracks? 16 tracks, and the last one is 7 minutes and 12 seconds. I'm going to nut. That, oh, I love that. There's nothing, okay. First of all, I believe with every fiber in my bone that we need longer albums. I don't know when or where the industry standard came into where albums are 40 minutes in length on average, if not sometimes even less, like a 35er. Disgraceful. We need longer albums. If there's an album that I love, it better be at least an hour or have some songs on there that have some length to it. In fairness, this one seems to have an interlude and an intro. So 14 actual songs. I mean, if you count interludes as... I don't really count interludes as songs on themselves. I usually just combine that with the next one kind of deal. Longer albums, longer songs. Yes. 21 Pilots is coming out with an album tonight, which is why I was surprised that you were talking about an album coming out tonight, but weren't talking about 21 Pilots. Because I know that one's coming out. I'm probably going to be listening to it with my brother. Is it coming out at the same time? 5 hours? Clancy. Is Clancy also coming out in 5 hours? Oh yeah, they're both dropping at the same time. Well, I just have more music to listen to. What a great thing. No, but yeah, I don't know, man. I love albums that really let songs breathe. Songs that are like 4 or 5 minutes in length and not just rushed with a couple of choruses and really short verses. Love that stuff. I found 45-minute albums when those 45 minutes are good. If they're unskippable, right? If you can find an album that doesn't have any skips other than maybe one, then yeah, 45-minute can be good. But
so excited for a new series again.
Problem with a 45-minute album is if it's good, you wish that it was longer than 45 minutes. Like I want it. Give me another 10 at least. Remember when Muse dropped? What was the album called? Drones? Drones. Yeah, I think the album was called Drones. The Absolution? No, the what song? Rack my brain. Not the Summoning. Hello? What's the song? What's the 10-minute song off of Drones? It starts with the... Drones is not their best album. It's definitely not their best album at all, but... Okay, I'm gonna have to look up a track list on this one. I'm gonna kick myself when I actually remember what the name of the song is. The Globalist! Dude, The Globalist is a 10-minute song and the entire thing is a masterpiece because it feels like 3 different songs in one. I love that stuff. Longer songs, longer albums. I actually, did you guys see the list of, the iTunes, or not iTunes, Apple Music? That one in my brain doesn't really click. The Apple Music Top 100 that they came out with? I was pretty surprised to not see To Pimp a Butterfly on there. I think that's the only one that escaped me that I thought would be at least a guaranteed top 15, if not 10. Good Kid, Mad City making 7, I guess makes sense though. But I've never listened to The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill before. I've heard a couple of songs off of it, X Factor and Doo Wop, but I've never actually listened to the album and sat down through it. But the fact that it's an hour and 17 makes me incredibly excited when I actually do find the time to do it. I saw I did a thing, but didn't dig through it. For the most part, I think a lot of it made sense. Big ups Radiohead for being the first artist on there that had 2 albums. I think there's more than 1 artist, though, that has 2 on there now. Is it Beyonce? I think it's Beyonce that has 2 on there as well. What's up, Car and Fierce? Appreciate the both of you, homies. Thanks for 32 and 17. Thank y'all. Looking like Where's Waldo today, boss? Are you yapping? What are you... Huh? Are you in the wrong stream? Do you think that I'm trying to steal his flow or something? If anything, he's mimicking mine, but it's still not even close. People really just come in here and say stuff. That's crazy, man. One of my favorite albums is 12 songs, hour and 4 minutes. Please share what that is. Coming from you, I would assume it would be quite great, but I would still like to know. Not even close. Yeah, the people, I don't know. Are you projecting something a little bit? You need to get something off your chest? Listen. Mustard bottle? Alright, fine, I wore yellow today, alright? Fucking sue me. I woke up today, I'm like, you know what? It's a nice, beautiful day out. It's actually overcast and it's like 50 degrees. I'm like, I'm not gonna wear a black shirt for the first time in God knows how long. I'll wear yellow because I feel like it. Might be the last day I ever do. Pete older than Waldo confirmed. What does age have to do with this? You guys are just saying things. Massimo, thanks for the 18, homie. Fierce, thanks for the 10 consecutive. And Wiley, thank you very much for the 13. Appreciate you a lot. See you, sure. Thanks for the tier 3 for 49. Holy hell. God damn, the oil are coming through. So excited for the new series again. Have an enjoyable stream. I'm off to... Oh, okay, that's fine. Have a good sleep, I guess. I don't know. WTF are you ranting about? My feelings. Sorry. I'm sorry. It'll be the last time I do that as well. My bad. Is the server down or why itch can't play PokéRogue? Is someone gonna fix the server for my boy Sajam coming in here? My boy is struggling. Someone please fix it for them. Actually, the server's down. Be a man feeling aren't a think? True. Actually, true. You're right. I got DDoS earlier today. I don't know about right now, though. Down for everyone. Oh. I didn't check that before going live. Oh. Maybe could have looked at that before clicking the go live button.
Hey Pete,
okay.
I recently got into a car accident and I've been watching your VODs and videos while recovering. Thank you for making some of the pain go away. Smile.
Tell me who can, if I'm gonna kick their ass. Sorry you got into a car accident, homie. You had a dash cam though, right? Please tell me you did. I can tell you all about my horror story when getting into an accident myself, and it had nothing to do with the injury. I was fine. But it had everything to do with the fact that my dumbass didn't have a dash cam at the time. Thank you for the 100. Don't be giving me money when you just got into an accident. That's worse than giving me money on your birthday. It's your birthday today as well. Yeah, no, the only major accident, well, actually, I've been in 2 accidents in my life. The first one was a year after I got my license, and I was at my friend's house, and I wasn't the best at reversing, nor was I apparently very good at my understanding my surroundings, and I backed into my friend's mom's Mercedes that was parked in their driveway. That was I'm still friends with them, thankfully. I don't know if the mom likes me anymore, but I think that, yeah, no, I know. That was the funniest thing, is because there was a Subi and a Mercedes in the lot, and I think at one point my friend made a joke that I had to hit the Mercedes and not the Subi, and it was kind of a rite of passage. If anything, I think that made it a little bit better for me, though.
Today for you, and I can honestly say it's probably the best birthday I've had in years.
My birthday yesterday, technically today for you. I can honestly say it's probably the best birthday I've had in years. Oh, yeah? Huh. Best birthday ever, huh? You went mini golfing, didn't you? Oh, I love mini golfing. I'm so envious. I'm glad you had a good birthday. Gosh, I'm so jealous of you. I haven't got mini golfing in a while. I miss going mini golfing, man. I miss getting sunburnt while on the 14th hole, waiting for the ball to be returned, and it gets stuck, and we got to go talk to the guy up front and be like, yeah, the giant tube dude ate the ball again. I miss it, man. I used to go to, I was gonna say Six Flags. Imagine Six Flags having a golf course. That'd be actually stupid. What did I used to go to? What was the place in California? One of the more wider populated mini golf courses. I don't know. I used to go to one a lot when I was a kid, and it was one of my favorite things to do. Go-karting there as well too, man. Oh god. Didn't have a dash cam, but I got flown out of the car and got major road rash. Can't sit no more. How did you fly out of the car? Brother, you're making my brain kind of do some hula hoops. Probably just like you did after the accident. Did you have a seatbelt on? Or are you driving like a 70 Toyota's beater? Through the front windshield, I assume? Brother, if they went through the front windshield, I don't think they'd be here. Jeep would not. Oh, wait, so did you have your seatbelt on, or why do you have no doors? Okay. Because it's about the principle, man. If you drive a Jeep, you don't need to be bound by earthly measures. Doors are for the lesser brave, and people who don't like getting road rash after an accident. Fucking hell, dude. Sorry you went through that. Good lord. Yeah, no, when I got into my accident, I still very much believe, and it's not me being stubborn, because when it comes to the road, if I'm stubborn on something like getting into an accident, all I'm doing is lying to myself, and I'm probably going to get into another one later if I think that what I did was right. But I'm pretty fucking confident that I was not at fault for that. Thing is, though, because of the way the accident happened, I was put at 51-49 fault, which meant that I technically lost. But the problem is, because I didn't have a dash cam, I've talked about this a couple of times, but that lawsuit, the whole process of them lawyering up and trying to fight that they were in the right and I wasn't, lasted 4 years.
Hey Pete, I'm jumping on the sharing thing. Just wanted to say thank you for the years of content. I celebrated 9 years following earlier this month. Been a blast. I'm having the best time this past few months. Just finished first semester in med school with an average of 97.5 out of 100. Feels amazing, man.
97.5 out of 100. Dude, I don't think at any point in school I ever got anything close to that. Good lord. Yo, no, appreciate the 100 bits. Congrats on just apparently living it up. Can, instead of jumping on the sharing, can we instead jump on my face with some steel boots? Appreciate you though, homie. Thanks so much. Doors are just an extra cost of the dealer? Honestly, kind of true. I can only imagine Jeep doors being very, very expensive. No, yeah, but yeah. Didn't have a dash cam. So, because the way that my accident happened was, I think this is mostly a California thing, but I've only ever lived in 2 states and driven in 2 states regularly. So I don't know if it's law anywhere else that you can or can't do this, but I know that people do it in Washington, and I know that people do it in California. When you're at a intersection, you're gonna make a left, go a little lefty, and you like kind of nudge out into the middle of the. See, people in Washington, they don't like when they're trying to make an unprotected left turn. They don't like go all the way out into the middle of the intersection to make a left. They kind of like nudge a little bit past the walking lane because it's almost like they're nervous, and it's kind of cute. But in California, it's very normal to just be completely out of the lane, sitting in the middle of the intersection, waiting for it to be clear for you to make a left. I was doing that because that's how I was taught to drive. Wasn't told there was anything wrong with doing that, just how people drive. And the light had turned yellow. So I'm like, oh, cool. It's about to be my turn. You know, mom said I can turn left this time. And the light eventually turned red because I couldn't go when it was yellow because the cars were still going. And the only car that was visible to me, because there were 2 lanes on the other side that were opposite of me, both traveling, you know, what was it? North to south, whatever. It pretty much took until the light turned red for the only car that was there closer to me to actually come to a full stop. So by the time that I was making the left turn, the light was already red, which is legal because like I'm not going to cut in the yellow because it's not my right of way, even if it's about to be red for me. If I'm already out in the middle of the intersection and the car hasn't come to a stop, if I turn and the car T-bones me, I'm at fault. Well, wouldn't you know, by the time that it was red and I was already like making my turn, past the car that was already stopped in the other lane further from me that I couldn't see like all the way down because of the car, fucking Mini Cooper just comes barreling down, crosses the, you know, their side of the lanes, the, you know, into the intersection when it was already red and just T-bones my car. I end up kind of skirting a little bit. They pretty much got a full head-on collision. All of us were fine, but because they T-boned me, even though they crossed the red light, I was deemed at fault by 1% or 2%, I guess, however you want to put it. But yeah, I fought for that for quite a while, but they lawyered up and eventually just the rules of the road ended up and deemed that I was the one who was at fault. Which sucked because, yeah, 4 years of a lawsuit, especially when you don't live in California anymore, gets really complicated. I think my lawsuit ended during COVID. I can't remember if it ended during COVID or not. No, I think it was pre-COVID. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was pre-COVID. But I remember having to, like, go to court, I think twice over, like, an online thing. And that's really weird because the difference between like a Zoom call and going to court over I don't think it was over Zoom. It was over some other thing that I guess was more prevalent pre-COVID because I think Zoom didn't really take off until COVID. But it's weird. It's like a Zoom call, except you have to make direct eye contact with people. I remember I remember sitting in my office that was here on this setup, and I was turning my camera on because you needed to have a camera for the call to be present. And I flick it on, and the first thing that one of the people in the call says to me is, "Hey, could you point your camera at your face?" And I'm like sitting here, it's on a fucking tripod, it's a full-ass DSLR. I'm like, can I not do that? Is it fine if I just like turn like that? And they're like, no, can you move your camera, please? And nobody asked me if I was a content creator or anything like that because it would have been wildly inappropriate, but it felt so strange that I don't know, it's kind of like a humbling thing or more of just a, you know, hey buddy, maybe you shouldn't have the camera all the way up there when you need to be taking an oath. In front of that, so 28, homie, appreciate you. Not PSA, wear a seatbelt because I was dumb. Lost about 65% of the skin off my cheek and a little off my shoulder. Just cracked jokes the whole time while I was getting bandaged up. Yeah. Being able to laugh about it is... That's the adrenaline. But, hey, dude, hopefully your face and everything heals up properly. Glad you're able to type and still, you know, be a functioning member of society, at least in the Twitch chat. Be a functioning Twitch chatter. Glad you're doing okay, homie. Skype? Nah, it would have been cool if it was over Skype, though. I kind of miss Skype, low-key. I still think about the Skype ringtone, or not the ringtone. Is it a ringtone? I guess so. Servers down? Boy, I don't know. I'm going to just chatting. I can't, I don't know about this. I don't know, dude. I'm not even on the game right now. We're just hanging. Sorry, Taco Fish. I don't mean to get all up in your arms about that one. I just haven't even started playing right now, but yes, servers are down. Your Honor, I got gifted 10 subs. No, this was, you guys remember me telling you about how one of their lawyers scrubbed through pretty much all my socials, including my videos, to try and find anything that could incriminate me? That was that. That was that. That was the lawsuit that lasted 4 years, and the court hearing that I had where I was told, hey, so we looked at your socials, and in this video where you were talking about driving, it was when I was taking a road trip from California up to Washington. I had said in one of my videos during the San Francisco portion of it that I had broken like 12 laws. Because I had never fucking driven in San Francisco, man. One-ways and all that shit. I didn't know what a one-way road was. We don't have those in California. We don't even have fucking loop-de-loops. Whatever. God, I'm never leaving my house in my life. Roundabouts. But dude, we didn't have one-ways, so driving through there was fucking psychotic because I'm like, I don't know what the hell the laws of the road are. And I've driven in San Francisco quite a few times now. Even still, I'm like, okay, I kind of get it because Spokane, our main road pretty much is like 2 giant one-ways. But I had said that I broke 12 laws, and the lawyer was like, hey, so it was shown in your video that you were admitting to being a reckless driver. And they really hit me with the, like, what do you have to say about that kind of thing? Dude, I was watching my video preview. I got red in the face so fucking quick. I wasn't embarrassed. I was angry. But my lawyer pretty much told me, hey, shut up. Let me handle this. I interjected very, very subtly, like, you know, all my videos are satire, including that channel. So anything that I say in them does not translate to real life. I'm like very much trying to hold back that I want to call him an absolute piece of shit. I don't think that my lawyer or the judge would have liked that very much, even though I don't know if the judge would have agreed with me or not. Because I still think that's one of the wildest things, is having your lawyer scrub through your, you know, the ops entire socials, including like their fucking Minecraft YouTube channel. But I don't know, man, whatever they could do to win the case. So you lost? No, not exactly off of that. I lost because I didn't have a dash cam. I didn't lose because I joked about running people over in a YouTube video. But I have had to say in some of my past Twitch streams that what I say is satire, even though it could be extremely serious. Now I kind of just have this thing where anytime I say anything that's slightly personal, I'm like, hey, this is satire, by the way, for my future, you know, future party's lawyer 7 years from now that eventually scrubs through my YouTube videos because someone uploads all my streams as VODs on YouTube under my name. Yeah. And I'll say that now. It's all satire. But that was still, yeah. Hopefully you don't have to go through any of that. I could see how you would be deemed mostly responsible. And it's like, I can't say anything against that because, yeah, like, I totally understand, even though there was literally no way for me not to have that happen in my spot. And I wasn't doing anything wrong. It just happened to be the fact that, like, I don't know, dude. Guy ran a red light in the fucking Mini Cooper. I still remember Oh man, oh, man. You know what? I can't think about it too much. No. I told myself years ago that I wasn't gonna keep bringing this up because it would always make me upset. But I just remember we were like making sure that we were both okay. You know, on that scene of the accident, right? I was pretty shaken up. I was white as a fucking ghost. You know, I was looking like a fucking piece of wide ruled paper, and they were kind of shaken up too, but they weren't super injured. And I was like chatting up with them. They were chatting up with me. We were all making sure that everybody's okay. We're like, it's not your fault. We're all good. Like, everybody's, you okay? You know, we're all being like super kind and nice. And then, yeah, money gets involved. You don't have one rise or roundabouts? How did you drive there? Yeah, no. I never learned how to do a roundabout in my driving class or for my driving test. I also never had to parallel park, which is kind of a blessing because my car does that for me now, thank God. Thank God that modern technology bailed me out of that one because, yeah, I know how to parallel park, not well, but I never had to learn that for some reason in California, which I guess is, I don't know why I never really needed to in Cali. Maybe because I didn't live too close to like Santa Monica or LA. It was mostly in the Ventura area, so we didn't really have a lot of spots where you needed to parallel park. But once I moved to LA, you pretty much have to parallel park everywhere because those roads to find a parking space, good fucking luck, buddy. You're parking on the side of the road, and the road's probably only like 2.5 car widths wide, and there's 2 people parking on the side of the road on each side. You're barely getting through, but you better find a spot. I don't know how I managed to not get tested on that, but I don't know, dude. In this video, he called someone stupid. That's defamation. Yeah. I think that might be defamation if I talk bad about their Mini Cooper purchase. To this day, if I look at someone with a Mini Cooper, I don't know, man. Like, listen, I was driving a BMW, so everybody I still like kind of cringe at myself when I think about what I probably looked like, because it was one of the more busier intersections in pretty much all of LA. I was driving a BMW Z4 Roadster, and I remember getting out of the car, and like, of course this was during my fucking hypebeast shoe era, so I walk out of the car wearing Yeezys. I'm in a fucking car accident, holding up like 8 lanes of traffic middle of the day, and I just get out of my car wearing Yeezys looking like a fucking skinny 19-year-old. Oh god. I know people made their opinions real quick on that, but fuck me, dude. I'm so glad that no one took a photo or none of that surfaced. Maybe there's a photo on the internet out there somewhere, but I don't know, man. Anytime I make a stupid thing while driving, I always have this fear in my head. It's just protecting myself that someone has a dash cam, someone hit record when that happened, and someone posted it on fucking, I don't even know, dude, the equivalent of America's Funniest Home Videos nowadays. You should get a motorcycle license? No, I'd prefer to be alive past my 30s. You have a VOD channel? I don't have a VOD channel myself, but there is a very, very wonderful person who uploads all my videos on an unofficial VOD channel. And they like chapter it and stuff. Dude, I don't know what the hell I did in my life to deserve that kind of blessing, but I don't know, man. Some people are apparently like God's dropped angels. AFV is still a thing, I think. Is it? I feel like I ask this at least like once or twice a year. Started in 1989? I remember 1989. I said it was 6.1 on IMDb. Sundays at 7/6 Central on ABC. Okay. Can I say something? And I know how stupid I sound. I had no idea what that meant as a kid. Anytime I'd watch TV, they'd always say, Fridays at 7 Central. Like, I have no idea what 7 Central means. But I never asked anyone. I didn't know there was a fucking time zone. Because I thought as a kid, I'm like, you're just gonna say it for like where we are. If it's airing somewhere else, it probably says like 9 o'clock instead of like 8 o'clock. I didn't know what 7 Central meant. It's like whenever I would watch commercials and they would cut to the little part where it said, sponsored in part by, I thought that was a single word. I never asked anybody. I never learned how to spell it. I just thought sponsored in part by was one word because they always said it so fast. I didn't know what sponsoring meant. I went on in 4th grade to win a couple rounds in statewide spelling bee, by the way. What I'm trying to say is that there is hope for me because I did eventually grow out of that level of stupidity. There were some very... I think I also thought that... No, I was gonna say I thought that part of a balanced breakfast, or like part of a balanced something, was a single word. I don't think I was that dumb, but it was close. No, Airmort, exactly. Curious any reason I stopped uploading on YouTube? I know I might have answered this before, might just not want to, but was curious. Mostly the latter, Nick Shetty. Just haven't really gotten around to it. Although, there's an SMP starting tomorrow. I'm gonna hit record before every stream and then hit end recording at the end of all the other streams. So I don't know, maybe? I don't know, maybe. I was honestly, kind of... Oh, also, Nick, thanks for 1,000. What the fuck is wrong with you? I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Making me feel a kind of way today. Is it the yellow? You could is it the yellow? Your name's yellow. You know? Game recognized game? I don't know. There's a road near where I live that some dumbasses decided to use to go over 100 miles in their expensive cars and motorcycles. Yeah, I would have done the same, to be honest. Motorcycles, I've had a couple people in my family get into accidents on motorcycles. Not for me, dude. Maybe like a dirt bike at some point on a trail, but I would never drive a motorcycle. On one, me driving it, passenger, anything, I'm not getting on a motorcycle in my life. I do not fucking trust anyone on the road, barely even myself. I'm not getting in something that's like, you know, we were talking about not having doors. Dude, I don't know, man. They ain't gonna happen. Is it the editing that discouraged you from posting or just not feeling confident in content? Oh, no, dude. I remember when I was like just taking Adderall for a little bit and my body hadn't gotten used to it, so it actually affected me. Unlike now. I remember I hit my Adderall and I think 6 hours to go before I had to go on a trip, I knocked out that Lethal Company in just one go. Literally like sat down in my PC, threw the recording in Vegas, and just gunned that shit. And it turned out fucking good. Like, it was probably one of my favorite videos I've made in years. And I did that all on one sitting. And that is abnormal for me. I have sat on so many VODs, so many editing sessions, and not done it like that before. I chunked through that shit, and it was good. The Adderall MCC days? I don't think those ever existed. I don't... Like, what are you talking about when you say that? Because... What are you talking about when you say that, King Pete? Because I know that I talked about starting Adderall during some of my MCCs, or I like referenced it a little bit, but I don't think that it ever actually affected me in any way. You won one of them? Homie, I haven't won in like 3 years. What are you talking about? I definitely did not. All right, it is the yellow. All right, you will see this shirt more often. Appreciate the 10, homie. Thanks so much. Yeah, I'm not throwing shade, but a lot of SMPs get like 1 or 2 Fs and die off, or you get absorbed into a different playthrough. Valhunter's the last couple. So yes, I have a hyperfixation problem. This is known. The beautiful thing about cobblemon, if you don't know, what's up, man, is this is through the Mythical Network, and there's like kind of a new structure that goes along with it. I know that I didn't stream too much of like the latter half of Mythical SMP, which is very recent because, you know, hyperfixation and the TFT bootcamp started, where I pretty much had to focus on literally nothing but that for 2 weeks straight. But the cobblemon is going to be having the same type of format that the other Mythical SMP had, where it's going to be a 6-week thing for part 1, and every week is going to introduce something else. In fact, we've already gotten like the plan of everything. We know the entire outline and everything that's going to happen during those 6 weeks, and then it's going to stop, and then part 2 is going to happen at some point later. So it shouldn't, the server will not be the cause of that, because, like, trust me, I know a lot of SMPs have like 1 or 2 weeks and then it dies off completely. Who the fuck is mowing their lawn at 4 p.m.? Do you have a job? Is that my lawn? That's my lawn. Oh, that's my gardening service. Yeah, man, they do have a job. I'm a good person, I promise. I said I lost part.
Pete, when I said I lost a part of my cheek, it wasn't the face. There is a reason I can't sleep or sit lol.
Oh. Can you shit?
Hi.
Or does it affect that too? I'd imagine that probably also has to be painful. Sorry for overstepping, I'm just curious now. Thank you for the 6 months though. Appreciate you, homie. You can? Okay, at least that's good. Yeah, Megan, thanks for the 3 years. Appreciate you. What's up? But yeah, with Mythical, I know that I stopped streaming it. Is that coming through on the mic when I'm not talking? Little bit. The gate's opening up just a tiny bit for it. Okay. Excuse you. Yeah, I know that I didn't stream like the latter half of Mythical, so it fell off on my channel a lot, and people kind of lost interest in it because of that. But the server itself stayed active the entire 6 weeks, and I think it actually lasted a little bit longer than 6 weeks. And the finale, I mean, I streamed the finale, even though it was a quiet stream for me because, you know, people lost interest, and it was kind of like, I don't know what this is. It's already been 2.5 weeks or 3 weeks of you not streaming this. I think there were like 30-something people on for the finale, like 34. And that's insane, right? Like the retention and the, you know, the people that are playing are pretty much the same group. It's going to be alive the entirety of the server. That's a guarantee. So long as I'm streaming it and I keep it consistent on my channel, it will not die off in the way that I know a lot of SMPs inevitably do, because PokéNinja and the team fucking knocked it out of the park with figuring out how to not get creators to leave. The lucky pawn will be returning. That's the most important thing. That's your guarantee that it will not be leaving. And it is your base beat. No, I was actually going to probably spend a portion of today's stream trying to figure out what I wanted to do for it, because I haven't really been on the computer the last like couple of weeks. I just haven't really been around. But I did want to spend some time today trying to figure out what I want to do for a base for tomorrow. So, yeah. That's what kind of new around here. What is cobblemon? Cobblemon's basically a better Pixelmon. I say better in my own opinion, but it's a Pixelmon. But the difference is, instead of like Pixelmon, where it's trying to be Pokemon, and then like Minecraft's just kind of there, cobblemon is very much Minecraft, but with Pokemon added on top of it. Like it all still feels like Minecraft, including the Pokemon themselves. So yeah. I watch Speedy in the crew all the time, but the only Minecraft servers I can ever get into are Pokemon related or vanilla. I can never really get into modded SMPs. I feel you on that one, especially if you don't watch from the beginning or keep up with it. It's pretty overwhelming. That's why I like Mythical. It's vanilla with a little bit of pizzazz, like a little bit of extra hoopla. So even if you don't know anything about mods, you can still enjoy it for what it is, kind of deal. What's up, Big Mac? How you doing? Are you gonna have the new Minecraft Twitch capes enabled tomorrow? I have no idea how that shit works. I've seen people streaming and talking about it. I don't think I have to do anything. I think as long as your game is set to Minecraft that people can get their cape. I got no clue. I figure most people at this point that want the cape have probably already gotten it because it's been long enough. So I don't think many people will be like harking up for that kind of deal. Is it like Pixelmon? Yeah, it's very similar to it. Please nickname one of the Pokemon you get Road Rash for no particular reason. What's the fire turtle? I think it was one of like the earlier. Is it Tarkle?
Finally
Tarkle, right?
W.
If I get Tarkle, I'm gonna name that one Road Rash for you, Chief. Or Torkoal. Yeah, one of the two. His name won't matter. Not after I'm through with them. Did you get the Creeper one? I haven't gotten any capes. I haven't really been watching any Minecraft streams. I don't know how it works. I got my piston cape. That's my shit. I don't need any others. What's up, brother? Mr. Strangeman went back to VH3. Don't worry. I got you in July. VH Season 4 will be coming out around then. Dude. Chad, look at what I'm not gonna lie, man. Listen, I haven't gotten like the like my build ideas down, but dude, look at the resource pack and stuff that I got for it. I kind of cooked with this. I wanted to like kind of, you know, style up my instance to make it kind of feel like Pokemon. Dude, how good does this shit look, right? You don't tell me you don't look at this and you feel like it's Pokemon. That's fun, right? I was looking back at my cobblemon season 1 and I'm like, this shit's so gray and depressing. What the fuck? So I decided to ditch the shaders and I just downloaded like some nice and vibrant resource packs that make it feel a lot more, you know, cartoony, I guess. Feels like a plastic pack? No, exactly, right? It's there's Better Sky, which has like the cool little like even these are really cartoony. I fucking love it. It's like a oil painting almost. It's what is it? Bare bones, yeah. Because I wanted one that was like super flat and yeah, plasticky, like you said. But it's good though, right? I just see Element Animations. The goats, though. They are the goats. Is Element the team that did Villager News? Or am I mixing up goats? It is them, right? Yes? Okay. I just remember people talking about that like recently, and I was trying to remember who did it, but yeah, Element Animation was the one. Can't stick around. I'm heavy Valorant cop right now, but I hope the stream goes good, man. Hope you get a W, Chief. Appreciate you coming through. Getting a higher saturation resource pack was the best thing I could do for my game. No, especially with Pokemon walking around, it's like I want to capture that feel for sure. I think it's one of the things that people love so much about Pokemon is the watchability of it. People love. What's the type of the content or whatever, the like the baby stim, the baby stimulant, the baby food. What's the fucking type of content called? What is it called? What's the fucking Cocomelon content called? What's the name of it? Sensory, yeah, baby sensory. It's kind of like baby sensory almost, but like, you know, adults clinging on to nostalgia sensory. I like it, but it reminds me of the mod we had on VH for big viewing distance when it was turned to more blocky terrain and the most far away. Yeah, LODs. I tried to get a... Dude, Distant Horizons kind of sucks. I want to use it, and I like try my hardest to get it to work, because Distant Horizons on a SMP is like the best fucking thing, but it would like hitch every 4 seconds, and it made it pretty just not good to watch. Also, it kind of gave me a headache. Made my head hurty a little bit. So as nice as Distant Horizons would be to use, I can't. So kind of sad about that, but yeah, what are you gonna do? $4,000 computer can't run Minecraft. What am I gonna do with my life? Yeah, Ms. Roxanne, appreciate the 4 months. Also, good news, I've only blue screened 3 times today while trying to load up a Minecraft world. Don't know what's wrong with my computer, but that shit ain't happy. So, dude, hopefully tomorrow will be good. Only 3 this time. What about the Bobby mod or whatever that's called? I looked up other LOD mods, and the only one I could find was for 120.4, and I don't know what version cobblemon's going to be on tomorrow. I have my entire setup for 121. I don't know what it's going to be for tomorrow, though. Pokéninja should create a custom texture pack to use the cobblemon. I mean, maybe if they had the time, honestly, but like they have done so much with custom items that I wouldn't be surprised if they just literally do not have time to be able to make that, because they have so many cosmetics and building blocks. Try the Bobbymon instead. Is Bobby for fabric? Modernth. Bobby. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, it is for fabric 121. Does this work on servers? I mean, it said allows for render distance greater than the server's view distance. Server could be single player though. Does it work for multiplayer? 121 is the version. Bobby has a version for it. It does work on servers. Okay. Yeah, let me load this up and see if I can get it to actually be happy. Because if it doesn't lag, then I will be the happiest person in the world. But I need my frames. I need my frames when it comes to things. I need my frames when I'm coming. Does that have any dependencies? Please tell me it doesn't. For an in-game config stream, install mod menu and cloth config. Do I have those on? Do I have those in? I don't think I do have mod menu. Do I have cloth config? Yes, I do. Ah, look at me, dude. I just got everything already. I'm great. Prepare for blue screen? No, actually. I have no clue what's wrong on my computer, but something is incredibly unhappy about it. I did some, like, looking into the crash logs and stuff, and it has something to do with a driver. But that doesn't tell me anything at all. Because it apparently points to a Windows firewall or, like, security driver. Which means that something tripped that. It's not the driver itself, it's something else. So I basically just got a non-answer. So, no idea what's wrong with my computer, but I'm hoping that tomorrow everything will be fine. And I'm just going to put my head down and not think about it. Because if I do that, then there won't be any issue. Was it only as a Mac? My first PC was a Mac. I remember recording my YouTube videos off of Screenium, which was a screen recorder and editor built into one, and I remember it taking 7.5 hours for me to export a 10-minute video. I know my ways around Macs. I do. And they got me through my first few years before I eventually bought a PC, but I did start YouTube on my Mac. It was a very humbling experience, and I learned very quickly that PCs are significantly better for this job. But I did start on one. And I also do have a MacBook Pro. Because I do like Mac for portable. I like that, like my AirPods and all that shit works with it. Windows 11? Mm-hmm. I downloaded, or I installed Windows 11 because when I updated to my CPU, it was when the Intel 12th gen was brand new, and they were like, hey, if you're on Windows 11, it's going to run better. It's like, okay. So I downloaded Windows 11. Okay, so how do I have it installed. Where do I go for Bobby? For an in-game config screen, install mod menu and cloth config. Okay, but how do I do that then? Mods, do I go here? Bobby. Figure. Enabled. Disable block entities. Enabled by default because the render distance for block entities is usually smaller than the server view distance anyway. Well, okay. Taint, fate, chunks. That's a tongue twister. Reduces the light levels in fake chunks so you can tell the difference from real ones. Oh no. Chunk unload delay. Delays the unloading of chunks, but that's just a lot of reading. Saves you from having to reload all chunks when leaving an area for a short moment. Does not work across dimensions. Oh, I understand. Okay. Clean up unused regions. No, max render distance 32. Requires sodium. So this is what, okay, so I'd want to put this up to like, I'm just gonna go dummy, dude. Give me a 128. Single player server view distance. Overrides the view distance of the integrated server as allows Bobby to view one single player. Disable when it's 0. Bobby is active in single player only if this is enabled. Requires relog to enable this. Sweet. This can only go up to 32? Hmm.
What have you done?
Yo, classic mode when you
Okay,
got this, Pete.
About that. Yo, Ron, take me out to dinner first. Appreciate the 32 on me. No? Well, server's down. I didn't know that before going live. So, I don't know. Fuck my butt, I guess. We're Costco guys. Of course we buy PCs from Costco. Costco sells PCs? They're probably pretty good, to be honest. What do you do? You buy like 3 at once? Got any special plans for this cobblemon? To play it. Okay. So, does it work just like this in Horizons, where if I just do this? No, obviously not. Unless... Do I gotta relaunch my entire game for this to work? Oh, don't dox me. Get to working, Bobby. It says relog. This looks fine, right? This is everything we need? 32? Is that it? Is that 32 chunks? Maybe that's 32 chunks. I haven't played Minecraft in a long time. I don't know if it's 32 chunks or not. Is that 32? No. I don't know, dude. I don't know. I don't know. I got some little pointies, though. Oh, that's cool. I don't know what that is. I just saw a coffin for sale in Costco. If they don't sell something at Costco, it's when you know. Wasn't there a thing for a while where you could take things back to Costco even if you didn't buy it from them? Like, as long as they sell that product, even if you didn't buy it from them, you could, like, return it or something. Or not the... No, vice versa. Even if they didn't sell it anymore if you bought it from... I don't know, something like that. I think my brain's decided to go on a little field trip there. Play it and stream the whole way through? Yeah, exactly. This shit ain't working. I don't know... Oh. Wait, that's just probably normal, right? You have to up the vanilla rendersons slider. The config and Bobby just changed the max you can go up to. Oh, so how... wait. Okay. But are they LODs then? Or... But... Are these like actual chunks that are loaded? Or... How much FPUS am I getting? I'm getting like nearly 144 on this shit, so it's probably the LODs then, right? Because otherwise, this would be kind of insane. I don't have zoom on this. Unless my computer can just fucking gun through a 128 render because it's cool like that. I don't know what single player, but server their LOD? Yeah, shit, I mean... This is already really fucking good performance. So look for the spikes, look for the little... Look for the, oh, there's one. Oh, there's another. I was doing it. I was doing the spikes. Oh, it's doing the spikes. It's doing the hitching. Oh, it's hitching. Oh, it's just giving me the red. Oh, the red. Oh, there's so much red. I mean, I am like on 128, so I guess that like kind of makes sense. Okay, what about 64? Probably gonna have significantly better performance on a server, but I just know that when I tried getting Distant Horizons, oh my god, that boy's tall. That's a 6-footer right there. I know that when I was on a server and I tried using Distant Horizons, that shit was bad. Just could not use it at all. It seems... the reds are smaller now. What is LOD? It stands for level of detail. It's like a little fake block. It basically renders a block in the distance at much lower quality so that it looks like it's there, but it's not actually rendered in. It's like imagine a block, but you go really far from it, and then instead of unloading, it just loses its soul. So it's just sitting there in the distance, soulless, without a thought in the brain. And you're like, I know what you are. I know what you are. That's kind of what an LOD is. Yeah, I mean, it seems fine, I guess. Ah, well, shit. Thanks for the recommendation. Yeah, this resource pack looks so cool. Because, yeah, man, like, on a server, I remember, like, y'all who were watching Ball Hunters, you guys know how good Distant Horizons was when I downloaded on that shit. Being able to see fucking, like, the spawn, not like the spawn, but, like, the spawn market from my base. Dude, it felt like such a community. Big old C word. Made the server feel like a giant community. Because Lord knows, I could not have built my base in a more desolate, introverted spot. I was just in the middle of the fucking ocean, man. I couldn't see anything. I just had me and my tree, dude. I was on an abandoned island somewhere. That was a lifesaver. What's the ice tower? Well endowed, isn't it? A little bit of a show off. This guy probably drives a Jeep with no doors. Nah, he probably drives a Range Rover. Six feet, that's short. I wouldn't know. I wish I knew. I used to. I don't anymore, though. First PokéRogue and now Minecraft not wanting to work. What a day. Demons are hitting hard today. It wasn't even my car. Oh. Throwing your friend under the bus now, I see.
3 years? Dang.
Sorry. You can joke about it. I shouldn't. I'm just being an asshole for no reason. Like, I don't have an excuse. This is not my joke to make. My bad. What the fuck? Oh yeah, you're not parasocial, huh? Sure. Oh yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. All right, sure, man. You got the pass? Did you guys have hall passes in high school? I'm not talking about elementary, I mean high school. My high school had hall passes. That was humbling. Because when you're in elementary school, you look at high schoolers and you think they're fucking giants, right? Especially with, you know, Disney Channel, Disney movies, casting 30-year-olds to play 18-year-olds. Fucking, I don't care how old he is. Ashton Kutcher has been 30 in every movie I've ever seen him in, even from when I was a peewee. But going from elementary to junior high to high school and having to have hall passes to go to the fucking bathroom, yeah, that was humbling that we just weren't as old as we thought we were. That's so childish. Oh no, trust me, I know. We had like cards that we had to bring in as well too, that when we went to a class, it would get checked off. And if we didn't go to the class, it wouldn't get checked off. And it was like purely so teachers knew if we skipped out on class, which like didn't make any fucking sense because like, we wouldn't be there. I don't know. We were, dude, the high school, yeah. Yeah. But it's okay because on Fridays they would have burger day. And I think out of like the 80 or something burger, I went to a very small high school, but out of like the 80 or something burgers that they made for everybody there, the cafeteria lady would always hide like 3 or 4 of them that had Swiss cheese instead of, cheddar cheese or American cheese or whatever it was, because they were wrapped in tinfoil. You didn't know what it was going to look like, but it was basically a lottery thing where sometimes you would get the Swiss burger And I swear to God, I used to get it more than anybody else in my school. And I love Swiss cheese on a hamburger. It's like my favorite cheese on a burger. And that shit pretty much like would make my entire month if I ever got one. That shit made me happy. Like that's how throw a little bit of gambling in there for your students. That's how to make them enjoy a school day. People started to hook up in my school, and that caused the hall passes to be needed. Yeah. You know, I realized that people hooked up a lot more when I was in a Christian school than when I went to a high school that was just public. Barely anyone hooked up in my high school. I swear to God, I heard about people hooking up in my Christian school at least like once a week. Dude, something about like religious celibacy, man, or whatever the fuck. Like, it got some fucking people horny. I don't know, dude. Maybe they were just doing it for the Lord. That shit was. That school did nothing about it. They just turned a blind eye to it, and everybody was like, yeah. Same what God would have wanted. Somehow, like, most of them ended up getting, like, straight A's, though. So, I mean, fuck, I don't know, dude. I'm hungry now. I need a Swiss burger. I like, desperately need a Swiss burger in my mouth right now. My last high school senior years today, so I guess watching you from when I was in middle school and watching you for H4 and H5 has finally come full circle, huh? Dude, you're in high school? You're like, just got out of high school? What the hell? I thought my average age range was like 40. Shit, for all I know, you could be 40. I don't know, man. Listen, people finish high school at different times. Good on you. Let's go home during lunch. It was great. Me and the football team would go to B-dubs every Friday. Highlight of high school. That's sweet. Yeah, dude, when you got like a school that trusts students to let them like drive out in places during high school, during lunch, that's when it's good. Which I think all my high schools did that. Even my Christian one that I went to. If you had a car, and I think the Christian one, you had to be a senior, which is weird because even if you could drive, if you weren't a senior, you couldn't do it. But seniors were allowed to leave and get food and then return to campus, which is dope. Real ones remember Bed Wars and GC, Pete? I don't even know what GC means. Gussie? Whooping out that Gussie? Went to a Christian private college. The amount of unholy shit was insane. Yeah. Yeah. I'm glad I'm not, I don't have the best relationship with church. Just because of, how I was pretty much indoctrined. My aunt, listen, there we start this conversation. I remember that I used to only have like a few rules on Twitch and I would parrot them every stream, and one of them was don't talk about religion. But holy fuck, if I'm not passionate about the fact that one of the worst things that you can do for your kid is get them into a religion when they are young. That shit is... I don't know, man. If it's a religion where you're just straight up indoctrined and you're not challenged in your beliefs at all, I think that's like one of the worst things you can fucking do to a kid. And I hate that that happened to me. And I will always believe that. If I ever have a kid, I will never do that to him. Because holy fuck, it can just literally warp your entire life in such a possibly terrible way. Anyway, yeah. I think that's really evil to not... Yeah. I'd like some years of my childhood back. Many of them, actually. Grand Chamber is not what it's called. Oh, yeah, actually. Damn, I haven't heard people say a reference Rocket League in quite a while. Yeah, the Rumble days. Oh, fuck, man. Every once in a while, I'll boot up Rocket League just to have Josh absolutely cream on my face, and God, every time he does it so well. I suck at Rocket League now, and it is not looking bright. But I do know if I ever get back into Rocket League, I'll probably end up using a controller. Dude, I, like, have been missing couch games. PokéRogue's been really nice because I can play it on the controller. I want to be able to play cobblemon on the controller. I don't want to use a mouse and keyboard anymore, man. I'm like in my fucking basement dwelling couch gamer days. I just want to fucking kick back with a PS4 controller and just twiddle my thumbs. I don't want to play with wasp and a mouse. Feels so sweaty. Like, oh, dude, let me just go ahead and hit the gritty and this 4-blocker to go catch a fucking Blastoise. Like, I just want to be able to press X. I don't know, man. My favorite burger doesn't exist anymore. Steak and Shake used to have this really good burger with a fried egg, bacon, and mayo on it. Then COVID happened, the franchise cut their menu down to scraps. But the question is, did everything go up in price as well? Or did they just cut their menu? I've never had a fried egg on a burger before. Something about the yolk. I guess if it's fried, it wouldn't be any different. It wouldn't like be that bad. Chat, fried egg on a burger. Do we vouch? Because I've always seen burgers advertised, at least in America. Like Carl's Jr. and really fast food places like that, where the yolk always runs in the infomercial. Because apparently the more fucking napkins you need for a burger, the better it sells. I hate that shit. And that always turned me off from it. I don't need yolk on my burger. But if it's fried, maybe it'd be okay. Hard vouch? 2 hard vouches. Okay, okay, vouch. All right. Little thummy. Both ways are good. Interesting, okay. If you go for like the runny yolk, do you usually throw like ketchup and stuff on there too? Or do you just, or like fry sauce, or do you plain dog that? Need to be from a restaurant though? So when you say a restaurant, do you mean like Red Robin? Or are you talking like an actual establishment? Not the most religious person. I went to that school on a football scholarship. We had someone wake up half naked in front of the dean of students' office and blew 3 times over the legal amount of alcohol. He was 19. It's a rite of passage, I think. Religion I've grown up with basically just asked me not to be an asshole to other people. Considering how impressionable I was as a kid, I'm extremely glad for not having grown up under one of the more restrictive religions. Yeah. That was one thing that therapy taught me was you can actually learn a lot about perceptions in life and also how to just be a better person by reading into other religions and their books. Because a lot of religions are not like others where it's very much you behave this way and do these things and that's it. A lot others are more, hey, just be a good person. Here's how to think about others and have empathy. I rented a couple of books that I ended up reading that taught me a lot of really valuable stuff and also made me learn how restricted mine was. As to say, I don't necessarily, so I grew up Christian and I don't knock Christianity, but I very much knock the way I was taught about it because I was under the rule and the guise of what's in the Bible is it. There's nothing more. There's nothing less. That's how it is. And yeah, that you don't see other people's perspectives when that's what you grew up under. You just literally, it's not a, your brain does not process anything. You don't think about other people's experiences. You don't think about their perceptions with life. You just parrot the things you're taught, and that's it. There's no critical thinking. And so yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little upset that that's what I was taught at like 4 years old, and that's just kind of what I had to learn with. And yeah, moving away from that definitely made me a nicer person, at least. if nothing else. Yeah, I have some very strong opinions about that kind of stuff because I very much lived through that. Why did you change your skin back? Skin back from what? It's been my skin for a while. I actually decided to rep this skin because it felt very chat Pokemon trainer-ish. Yeah? Am I bringing a Pokemon vibe to the function with this? I swear to God, like the same way I got the resource pack with all the colors that pop and stuff, this skin, like this is Pokemon trainer bullshit right here. I love this. So I think this was originally made for me for MCC 31 or 2, one of the two. But like, dude, it's so fucking colorful and vibrant. I love it. Like, I look good in this shit, dude. It's like not a, just a, you know, it's just a nice sweatshirt, dude. Little jacket. Splatoon with slimes and not squids. Splatoon mention? Through 35 skin? No, no, it's not my 35 skin. I think it's like 31 or 32 because I've had it for a while. It's also giving an 80s vibe. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. Never told my kids what religion they had to be. I told them they could choose on their own. I was made to go to church and it made me hate church. Yeah. Chapel and stuff, pretty much being forced to do that kind of thing. Definitely, when I have kids, want to have them understand, hey, listen, you can be open to your way of thinking. You don't need to just like fall under one thing. If you want to learn to like that as you're growing up, fine, but I'm not going to tell you to do that at age 5. Like, I'm not gonna point the sponge in one direction when you're that young. I was raised Christian too, but I was also a huge book nerd. All the fantasy novels of questionable morality. My parents gave up on figuring out which books to get me and just let me loose in half-price books. I learned a lot about the world from books my parents would have had a conniption over if they— oh yeah, I get that. Yeah, that makes sense. I was not a very big book nerd as a kid, and I very much still am not. I think if I wanted to pick up reading again, it would probably do a lot for every aspect of my life, because like I was talking about, I got a couple of books just talking about the moralities of other religions when I was in therapy, and those things helped me a ton. But I would like to pick up reading at some point again. For me, my extent of reading as a kid was pretty much the Scholastic Book Fair, and by that I mean cheat code books and Guinness Book of World Records books, and also Diary of a Wimpy Kid. Diary of a Wimpy Kid went hard in middle school. That shit was so fucking good. I remember being glued to it. I used to be like a DS kid, you know, playing fucking Nintendo DS, Mario Kart, every fucking car ride that I could possibly get the chance to do. When that book, I would pick up those books, didn't touch it. I would just have my eyes glued to it. So like, I think there's a part of me that really fucking likes reading. I just actually need to sit down and try and find a— also, Lemony Snicket. Wait, what's the oh, don't do this to me. A Series of Unfortunate Events. Yes, those books were incredible and I loved them. They were amazing. I never ended up watching the Netflix adaptation, I think it did, but I also heard that that one was really good too. But I very, very much enjoyed A Series of Unfortunate Events. Love that shit. But those were like really the only 2 book series that I ever read. What's up, Pineapple? How you doing? Zen, good to see you. Good to see you. I'm gonna be a groomsman at a wedding next month, and my pastor is gonna be there, and I'm nervous how she's gonna think of me after the reception. What the hell are you gonna do? What are you planning? I was a weird kid in high school that actually enjoyed reading. Moby Dick. That completely depends on if you were given it as a summer reading assignment or not. In school, you probably would have quite a lot of people who would have enjoyed it. If it was during a summer reading thing, yeah, if you said you enjoyed the book, you'd probably be ostracized from like every friend group. It didn't matter if the book was good or not. If you ever said that you enjoyed the summer reading, nobody wanted to hear from you. Drink, Pete, I'm gonna have fun. All right, I'll offer them up some. Hey man, they do communion. They know their way around a drink. I was that weird kid that checked out 6 books on Monday, turned them in on Friday, and got a whole new set over the weekend. Dude, that's sweet. See, growing up, they always said nerds are gonna rule the world. Yeah, it wasn't nerds, dude. It was book nerds. You need to be a little bit more specific. Book nerds were gonna rule the world. Them's the people who are gonna be your boss. It was your summer book report? Yeah, I can't really take your side on that one then. Think you're on your own there. Take a shot of the pastor. This is the blood of Christ given to you. Yeah, depending on your delivery, you could probably pass it off. Yo, Hogwarts, appreciate the 36. I mean, thanks for the 3 years. The hell happened 3 years ago? That's a long time mistake. Appreciate you, though. I was a big reader when I was young, but don't do it much lately. Yeah, I need to get back into that. I'll add that to my list of aspirations that I would like to do. Chat, if I tell you guys what's been on my mind recently, I think every single one of you is gonna hate me. Because I kind of hate myself. Like, a lot. So you guys know how, the last, like, 6 months I've been doing nothing but talking about my kitchen renovation? Dude, I want to move. I've actually been really thinking about moving, and it only just started dawning on me after my reno finished. I fucking hate myself. I have a good reason. No, I actually have a good reason. I want to possibly move to Chicago, or not Chicago. I want to move to Illinois to be with my brother and his family. But I know I'm not going to for a while, but I've been looking at houses. I know. No, it's not the roots getting into the pipes. It's me wanting to be near my brother because I miss him. But yeah, yeah. I know I'm not going to, because I'm definitely going to be staying here for at least another couple of years. I just do not see myself living here for like the possible 5+ that I did before. You increase the value? Yeah, I did, but also the house that I live in admittedly is one of the nicer on the block, so it's kind of like comp-wise, even if I did increase the value with the reno, it's probably not going to help the sale out a ton. It'll help a bit, but it definitely won't be like probably even 50% recoup on it. It'll probably only be like maybe 30 if I'm lucky kind of thing. But I don't know, yeah. But your mortgage rate? No, trust me, I know. Yeah, no, the golden shackles, I also don't really give a fuck. I don't know. I also live in a home that's like 2,000 square feet. It's too much house. I would very happily move to a house that's like half this size. Come to Indiana, my guy? What do you got in Indiana for me? Throw the egg? Alright, what now? So you didn't think about that, did you? Sell it to another influencer? You got hella good net and influencers, got that money. Dude, I don't think a single other influencer lives in Spokane. I see the cars that people drive here. I don't think anyone does YouTube in Spokane. There are, like, quite a few young people here because the town has gotten a little bit nicer in recent years and more, like, tech-savvy. It's still not a place someone fucking goes to do content unless they were like me and wanted to buy a house. Which, I mean, even now, Spokane prices have gone up, like, quite a lot. It's not nearly as affordable. It's not, like, the cheaper place to move to that it was when I moved here, like, 7 years ago. It's not Seattle. It's definitely not Seattle, but you're not going to be like, oh, let me move to Spokane because this is, like, a cheaper option for me. We do have no state income tax, though. So, unless you make, like, dummy bank. Well, it is kind of nice. 2,000 square feet in the galley kitchen. Must have been a design of the times. Yeah, the 7 different doors that my upstairs has. Oh, door frames that used to be doors. It used to be 3 doors to the kitchen, not counting the one that leads to the outside. Dude, people in the 40s were like, yeah, woman of the house, get the fuck in there, close the doors, and don't talk to anybody. Yeah. And I got the frames of the doors still on there to prove those times. They were like, dude, you get into the kitchen, you're doing the cooking? Yeah, you ain't fucking talking to anybody, bud. Get in there and sweat. Clipped? Honestly, I've said worse. If it's my time to go, then I've had a good run. Time to just spend all my hours in my day playing Dota auto chess. They're gonna be starting on housing costs. It would take 4 of me working my job to get a house in my area. Yeah.
So SpaghettiOs for dinner, yes or no?
SpaghettiOs. Do they have the meatballs in them? Can't be eating SpaghettiOs without the meatballs. Gotta have the meatballs. If yes, then yes. If no, then... Dude, I watched a video of someone ranking different ramen, like instant ramen, packets. I think like 46 different types. I've not had instant ramen in God knows how long. But holy shit, do I want ramen. I can actually say that I've had good ramen now. I couldn't before, but I can say that I've had good ramen now, and ramen's probably one of my favorite things to eat out now. Didn't know they made that many? Dude, there's so many different kinds. It was mostly just like the different flavors from brands. I think it was only like 9 different brands, but just a lot of different flavors from them. Love me a good night out eating ramen. Yeah. Person in chat named Ramen. What's the touchback that you're using? Bare Bones. Bare Bones and Better Sky. Stream chat's so good, you're just running around on a creative world, bouncing, doing nothing. I'm just fucking not even doing anything, I'm just talking. This kind of reminds me of when I would hop around the Nexus on my birthday streams. Okay, who here, the nostalgia's not gonna kick for too long, okay? I can't reference too many things. But who here was here for the Nexus birthday streams where I would just fill the entire fucking lobby with cakes? And I was doing nothing but jump around and hop on them. Yeah, those were the times. Maybe in Skype calls, wee hours of the night, with the fucking pack and the boys just hopping around on a Minecraft server for hours doing nothing. Not a Minecraft server specifically, but just a fucking lobby, just hopping around doing fucking tree parkour. Good shit, man. Yeah, love yapping. Good old love some yapping, man. That's one thing I can do is yap. Maybe a classic? No. Nar. I have not. I lost my addiction for a brief bit, and also just was not around for a little while. But now I'm back. My one day left to beat it before I get hyperfixated on cobblemon, and servers are down, and so am I. LC runs? Dude, I thought we were still talking about Minecraft shit. I thought you were talking about Legendary Craft. I was about to ask if you had a fucking, like, ancient card in your back pocket. Rice-a-roni over instant ramen. I've never had rice-a-roni before. I do remember being a kid and being absolutely ostracized for bringing a canteen of chicken and rice soup instead of chicken noodle. Because in my fucking school, apparently chicken and rice soup was the work of the devil. Everybody would look at me like I was weird. The further I get from that, the more I realize how fucking sheltered literally everyone in my school was. I still remember getting knocked by a guy for bringing a fucking ham and cheese sandwich to school. Not even anything crazy. It was just like fucking ham and cheddar on fucking Wonder Bread or some shit. It was just like a little 2-part Sammy. I remember getting... Basically could have been fucking baptized at that point with the way he was passionate about how weird I was. And the shit tasted good. I don't care, man. I'm not a very big ham guy, but in some applications, pretty good. Actually, really don't like ham anymore. I don't know if I ever really liked it as a kid all too much. I do remember going to the honey baked ham store for like Christmas, though. That was some good memories. You know what was nice as a kid? Not really understanding your surroundings outside of your immediate neighborhood. So whenever your parents would take you or drive you out to a place that was like 30 or 40 minutes out, you didn't really have any idea where the fuck you were. You could have been on a deserted island for all you knew. And so that place that you would go to regularly has this like little memory in your brain that it was some magical wonderland in a different universe. That for me was a honey baked ham store. We used to go to fucking Oxnard out from where I live, which is like an hour out from where I grew up. And as a kid, I had no idea where I was. I didn't recognize any buildings. I just knew that that was the honey baked ham store. And still to this day, I can't even pinpoint where it was because in my brain, it was just like this little ethereal world that I traveled to, and it was great. Don't make me sad today, man. You don't have room to be sad mentally. You got into an accident. Focus on your butt wound. You don't have the energy to be mentally sad. That's not me talking down your butt wound, by the way, okay? I've had a hemorrhoid before. That was just serious. Some of y'all been here for a while. I swear to God, like, I got some oldies in the chat, dude. Like, there are some people who have been subbed me for so long that I swear to God, some of them might have honestly, like, unsubscribed from the payment confirmation email or some shit and just forgotten that they're subbed to me. Every once in a while, I'll send out an email and be like, hey, did you forget about this? Damn, DavCon, happy anniversary. Oh, wait, no, I don't think it says a day on that one. Oh, no, it doesn't. Because I wanted to be a unique little butterfly and have my follow edge command not say days. Christ, said Oxarm, my brain just went, what in the Buffy the Vampire Slayer shit is this? Crazy association, actually. I was a YouTube fraud long before following because I didn't even know Pete had Twitch. Yeah, dude. I was thinking about... I've said this before. I'm going to say it again. I'm going to do that thing that I always do where I say I'm going to do something, or I'm going to talk about wanting to do something, but then you better believe I'm not going to, but I might. I was thinking about YouTube streaming, cobblemon. But I'm not sure. But I was thinking about it. Yeah, multi-stream. I was thinking about it. I was pondering the idea of it. Dude, I'm so sad. So, you guys know about the YouTube, or not YouTube. You guys know about the Twitch enhanced broadcast beta that they announced a few months back? I talked about it a couple times, but I got added onto that pretty early. I think I was like on the first wave of all the invites or whatever. Basically, it's their thing that they're doing to allow testing at some point in the future for like AV1. It's... I could yap. Give me a pass. I'll yap about this again. I know no names in the chat that are going to leave if I start, so I won't. But it's that whole thing. I learned a couple days ago that apparently multi-streaming doesn't allow you to manually set the like parameters for the other encodes that you do. Which for anyone in chat who regularly talk to women and have no idea what I just fucking said. I thought that you were going to be able to like have your different streams that are going out on your same broadcast. So like the different quality options that you could set on your own have like different settings to them. So like, remember we were kind of pondering the idea of I could have two 1080p streams and one of them could have like a different music track than the other, or just no music at all. Or the really cool idea of I could have a landscape stream and then have a different quality option for like 1080p, or I guess it wouldn't be 1080p, but like HD, but as a portrait, right? Because the whole thing about the enhanced broadcast is that you can encode up to 5 different variations of your stream instead of Twitch having to do it, so the quality can just be higher natively and it's better watchability for people. So like 360p could look a lot better because you're encoding it yourself instead of Twitch having to downscale it on their end on the fly. But yeah, I learned that you can't actually set manual parameters for any of that. So it's basically just like a slight quality increase, apparently. But whatever you have as your stream is just, that's just it. There's no changing that. And also, apparently, the maximum bitrate that you can have across all of your different embeds is 10.3 megabit, which mine's already 8.2. So I would only have like 2.1 left to be able to allocate to other qualities. So like I wouldn't even be able to do there are 2 different variations of a 1080p encode. So, and apparently there's like not really any plan for that to be changed because it's just too difficult for them to do that. So yeah, kind of upset about that because they put out an update a couple days ago where they added VOD track. So anybody who was doing the multi-stream could actually have a VOD track, which is great because I never did it because without a VOD tray, I couldn't listen to music. But then I realized that you can't actually do any of the cool stuff that I thought that you could. And now I'm like, well, I'm sad. So difficult or expensive? I think both. So expensive on the side of the bitrate, but difficult because apparently there's a lot of like technical hurdles that happen when it comes to like, imagine just using the quality selector to change between landscape and portrait. Apparently that's really difficult to make sure that the player doesn't break and it's like a smooth transition for people watching. And that's why you're not able to manually set different parameters because it could break a lot of shit and they can't really account for all of the different ways that it could break stuff. So I don't know. Apparently there's like a lot of problems and it sucks, but I don't know. It's just kind of unfortunate. Let's just do YouTube. Yeah, I was thinking about it. Because I've been seeing people that I watch co-streaming to, or multi-streaming to YouTube and even TikTok for that matter. Do any of you guys watch TikTok live streams? Is it a quality environment? Is it enjoyable to watch in any way on there? Keeps me up at night, don't go there. Rather not compromise every device on my network. I'm not giving you roses. Men never get flowers. And this day will not change. Thanks for adding to the statistic, Car. TikTok chats are normally toxic from what I've seen. Toxic how, though? Because honestly, I've been thinking about downloading TikTok and using it just because I want to watch, like, I don't know. I want to curate my For You page to be like just a bunch of music shit. The other ones I see are the Warzone hackers. Oh. So that's what your For You page looks like. Never touched TikTok, and the platform has some huge risk associated with it in the US right now. I'd avoid it if you aren't already invested. No TS, you're literally giving them permission to access every device remotely connected to the one the app is on. I mean, that's like at least 3 steps down from them killing your entire family. Like, it doesn't sound that bad. I still think if someone wants to have my data, they probably already have it, but also I'd be a little flattered that apparently I'm that important to them. I don't know. There's a lot of people in this world, man. You know, if my ISP wants to spy on what I'm Googling at 3 a.m., out of everybody, that's kind of flattering, you know? Like, they care about me. I need to be on a hell site, I'll stick to Tumblr? Oh. Oh. Can you post porn on Tumblr? Did they undo that? Or is Tumblr still a no porn site? I've been decorporationing my life, essentially. My only school media is like Blue Sky or my robotics and stuff, not counting YouTube, Twitch, Discord, and other things like that. Ah, yeah. The get rid of everything else except the critical ones that are still social media. No, I feel you on that. It's like kind of a funny thing, right? I don't use social media. No, I'm not a social media guy. But then you like log on Discord and Twitch every single day. But it's like, those don't feel like social media, but they are. But they're like communication platforms or like streaming sites. But they're still social media. But it's not, but it is. And like, we're all stupid. Why do you want to know? Because I want to look at Tumblr porn. Fuck's the problem? There are porn bots I have to ban regularly? So no different than like Twitter? I don't have to care about my data much as well. I don't use TikTok since I already watch YouTube during my time. Yeah. Are YouTube shorts good nowadays? I never really tried out looking at YouTube shorts. Anytime I would ever go on my YouTube homepage, it would usually just be some girl with cleavage, and the short would have 73 million views, and I think to myself, damn, it's literally a third of my entire career. And then I just kind of think about that for a little while and go on about my day. A little bit more sad than when I started. Oh yeah, no, going on Twitter and seeing literally 2-hour-long porn videos as the top rated reply, or like the top posted reply is wild.
Hope you're well.
Like, that's crazy. I'm hopping around Minecraft talking about this. I could be playing Dota right now. What's up, Time? I appreciate 17, homie. You too. My shorts tend to be fine. 90% is content that I like. Okay. Does YouTube have a curated like For You page as well? Or is it like based off your oh, I was gonna say based off your subscriptions, like subscriptions matter at all. I don't think those have for years. Is there algorithm stuff on a For You page kind of deal with YouTube, or is it just whatever's popular? I go through YouTube shorts sometimes. I don't like short form video in general, I think. Yeah, we're all on Twitch for a reason, aren't we? You're basically doing a Minecraft parkour while talking for some viewer attention span type of content? Yeah. Yeah. Okay, fine, I'll fucking download the map. I'll just download the map, alright? What's it fucking called? Planet Parkour, whatever the fuck? I played the map before. I did a fucking video on it 7 years ago. Like, I've been here before. Preston Kenny and I fucking doing parkour in Minecraft 9 years ago, dude. Fucking, like, we were the Kickstarters. We walked so that TikTok content could run. We were the pioneers. I will not be told differently. Why the fuck do you think my channel blew up when I was small? To, like, that number. Because people always wanted it. It was always there. God damn it, if I wasn't the fucking one who always pushed for it, man, I would tell them, and listen, there's literally nothing wrong with us just hopping on and doing an uncut parkour map for an hour and talking about bullshit. We don't have to have a plan. It doesn't have to be good. Just make it an hour and we'll be fine. And that's what we did. We just talked about literally whatever. It was good, dude. You're doing some Pokemon effective tests to not be too rusty. Shut up. Not you outing me for having a type chart open on my second monitor when playing cobblemon. Leave me alone. Do you remember Preston playing in MCC? Do you remember this thing that happened 2 weeks ago? Brandon, do you remember How to Minecraft? Season 6? That was some good shit. You remember that? Got some damn parkour maps for you and Preston were goated. The fact that people actually built that shit was crazy. Inside the mines, that was super cool. Dude, it's... Yeah, I want to play the game. So what's going on at PokéRogue at the moment? Is it a DDoS problem? Also, I feared the one day that I don't get automatically signed in again because I didn't know how critical having my account was going to be for PokéRogue. I don't remember my login info, and I don't know if there's any way to get that back because you don't use an email for it. So if I ever get signed out of my account, I think I'm fucked. I'm gonna have to like try and just pray to God that I have the same train of thought creating my password that I did when I made it in the first place, because I don't remember that shit. But I haven't had to sign back in yet, so it's good for now. DDoS attack? Okay. Well... Fug. I've seen a lot of Pixelmon alternative mods these days, and I've been curious if something bad happened to the original Pixelmon mod. No! Nothing bad happened to it. I don't know why Cobblemon was made exactly, but I think they just wanted it to be more of like an open source Minecraft feel alternative to it. And then Cobblemon eventually, I think for a lot of people, just ended up feeling better. Because it feels like Minecraft. But also, there's just a lot more development possibility with it because it's open source. So, I think that's why Cobblemon got as big as it did. I don't think there's anything necessarily wrong with Pixelmon. Just the popularity thing, and Cobblemon arguably doing it better currently. Not to take away from Pixelmon, it was good. I mean, it still is good, but, you know. Did you see my message in the TFT chat? I want to give that daily a go for the fun of it. Dude, I need to redo my Discord because the threads system sucks so bad that I'm not active in any of them, so I can't even moderate. Like, people can just be saying anything in a thread that I don't even see anymore. Yeah. Threads suck. I got a bot for Discord for threads to make it so that it wouldn't delete, but you still have to actively type in it for it to show up for you. What's the point? There isn't one. Oh, no, I didn't. Let me take a look. Oh. Wait, what? No, wait, this is so cool. What the fuck? Wait, whoa, what is this? Bortle. Oh wait, I played this. I played it once. I thought it was something different. No, this is still really cool. Okay. Time to cook my shit real quick. 6 duelist, 2 umbral, 4 sniper, it's an Ash 1, Tricity 3, a volley 3. Oh, Lee Sin's got a fucking. What's the other? Silos 2? A little Umbi? Or the augments? Not today. 0-3 gain health. It's a Z angle for sure. 4 bruiser, 2 altruist, 4 duelist apparently. He's got Darius with no items. Oh, Lucky Paws. Oh. Wait, this is weird. Oh, wait, Lucky Paws? Oh, he's got extended duel though. He also doesn't have any damage. Darius the only itemized. I'm gonna say Zed still wins. Really? Damn. Gobuku's fucking strong, dude. Mario sniper in a single tier. Kenner with 2 heavenly, 2 sniper. It's an RE2. I mean, RE2 just default wins. So 1. What the fuck? What the shred? What the placeholder for Ash? Big gem. Scoreboard scrapper and sniper crest. They're not even using their sniper crest. When? What the fuck? What stage was this board? They're not even using their crest. I mean, yeah, Morgana wins this every day of the week. Edgy and tiny. Mythic crown and golden remover. 5 mythic, 2 behem. That's a Coggy 3. Yeah, Zed wins this. Yeah. Healing orbs, balanced budgets, prize fighter, extended duel. Kaisa. Another. What elo is this? Why is everybody playing duelist? Yasi. This Kaisa's kind of weird. 4 Ghostly with Kindred blue buff. Kane, Gnar. They both have Shred. Dryad, Reaper, Warden. Healing Orbs or Extended Duel. Kane just wins here for sure, right? Yeah, wait. Yeah? Yeah. Yeah. How the hell did Zed get predicted 62? What the fuck? There's company, team building, tons of stats. Oh, they got a statty on this one. Aurelia with Shojin? Ricochet Unified. They're holding an Aurelia for a Kaisa. They have 2 trick shot. They got 3 trick shot in. They got Silas 2 unanimous. Syndra with... Both got anti-heal. Oh, it's 7 faded. Oh, Morgana ones. Huh? Skin's broken. That's highway robbery. I don't know how the hell they lost that one. Jan 3 or an Ash 1? The brain wants to say that the Ash would somehow still end up winning this Dragon Lord emblem. 4D Lord. I got the 4D. Diana 2. Diana 2 is insane. 6 Warden though. Honestly, no, they got Zyro with anti-heal. I think Zed still wins this. Yeah. I was gonna say their front line's a lot weaker, but their back line's just way too strong. Schlammen and Stache. Zoe 1 with those items. Blue Kale. RE2 with, honestly, like, still kind of terrible items. 4 Dryad, 5 Faded, 2 Beheem. So it's RE2 versus Zoe 1, pretty much. Shred. No Shred. 5 Story Weaver. Kindred 1. Magic Wand. Honestly, I think their front line's just way too weak. I think Zed wins this, right? Yeah. And then 4 Dryad, 5 Faded. Oh, yeah. The Meta Slave. Okay. 6 Umbi. Naked Yone. TG, Yori, and Derry. Kane with Umbi. No items, though. Alune 1. Versus Syndra, Kindred. I think... Umbral, Wrath. Oh, they got Wrath. Lucky Gloves. Oh, they got Baboom. I think Zed wins this one. Man. All right, 7 out of 10. Honestly, I'll take a 7 out of 10. What did I lose to? I lost to Kobuko. Lost to... Who did I pick for this one? I think I picked the Syndra. But Zed ended up winning? This one's kind of weird. I'll take a 7 out of 10. That ain't bad. Ain't too bad, dude. I have not played TFT in so long. I like kind of fry my brain a bit. Duel is super strong at the moment. Doesn't Duelist suck unless you have 8? Has the meta shifted enough where Duelist is actually good? Did it get buffed? I may or may not have reopened part of my ass wound. I think we jinxed it. I rolled in my bed. And oh, God. Dude, I know the feeling. Like, literally, the feeling of it. Oh, God. In a moment of sympathy, the worst injury that I've gotten in my life was in 2nd grade. Well, it wasn't like 2nd grade, but 2nd grade summer camp. It was 2 days before I was about to leave on a camping trip, and we had a scooter day. And I did not ride a scooter. I had never ridden a scooter before, but you bet your ass that I wanted to participate in scooter day. So I went to Target with my parents, and they bought me a Hot Wheels scooter. Just this like plastic beat up. It was super cheap, but it was enough for me. I'm like, dude, scooter day, this is fucking awesome. I'm gonna go rep it. Scooter day happens. I bring mine out, and we're on this like blacktop part of the place. And I'm talking with my friend. He's got his actual scooter there, and he's doing like cool tricks and shit. And I'm just holding there with my little Hot Wheels scooter, and I'm thinking, I'm gonna stun on some hoes real quick. I'm gonna do some real cool shit. I was gonna do a trick for him. You know what my idea of a trick was for Scooter? I had it all planned out in my head. It was gonna be so cool. I was gonna ride my scooter really fast and then jump off of it. Foolproof. That was my plan. I hop on my scooter, pedal forward, I kick my foot forward, get up to speed, just rocking, you know, super fucking bumpy because it's plastic wheels. And I hop off that shit. And I have never faceplanted harder in my life. I scraped every knuckle on both knuckles on every finger that I had. I scraped the insides of my wrist, both my knees, right side of my arm, and somehow also got my ass, like the right side of my cheek, like the tight part that like really pushes up against any kind of pants that you wear. And I was bleeding. And that was probably the most miserable I've been in like my life. The ass wound was definitely, honestly, I don't think it was even the worst of it. I think the knuckle injury was probably the worst though. I think that was the worst out of all of it. But yeah. That one took a while to heal. I feel you on that one a little bit. Let's try to remind us too, we're blood brothers. Yo, do you want a blood swap or something? That was like an average day as a youngin'. That was so stupid. I was way too dumb for my own good, man. I ruined that camping trip too. I know my brother was so stoked to go on it, and the entire camping trip was basically just my parents tending to my wounds. I pretty much took up like all their attention that day. That shit sucked. I've had a lot of really bad injuries in my life, but one I still have a scar from is when I saw, oh no, when a saw blade went into my leg right below the knee. Oh. Do you even feel that at that point? Because a saw blade injury has got to be so clean cut that you just don't feel pain, right? I almost drowned on a jet ski once. That wasn't really an injury, though. I think everybody's had a almost drowning story. My time almost drowning was when I went on a field trip in 8th grade. And I was sitting on the edge of a river. And it was like rocky, probably about maybe like a 20-degree slope. And I was sitting with me and 6 of my friends. And I had the very genius idea of whipping my camera out and thinking, dude, I'm going to get a really cool shot of like the ocean, like of the river, flat plane of it. And so I decided to scoot a little bit down into the part where it was wet because that's where the water was splashing up. As soon as I got to the wet part, my ass fucking slid straight into the river. And that river was wide. It was huge. And there was really no easy access to it aside from those rocks. Otherwise, it was going to be like probably like a mile or so of open water at that point. It basically led into a giant fucking lake. And I somehow managed, within like 10 seconds of having slid into the water, to grab onto this one really long vine that was protruding, or like a weed or something, that was protruding out of the stone. And I grabbed onto that, and it was, thank fuck that I weighed like probably 80 pounds at the time. I managed to be able to pull onto it enough for my dad to help pull me out as well, because he couldn't get down that low, otherwise he would have slipped in too. But I think about that day sometimes because I have never really been that good of a swimmer Other than like first and second grade when I used to take classes at the YMCA, but I very quickly forgot how to do all of that. Had it not been for that one really long weed that I was able to grab onto, I might have died. Because outside of that, I saw photos of it. It wasn't just my memory. There was like no way to get back up. So unless I was able to swim and sustain for long enough in that current, I probably would have. That would have been it for me. I think that's the only near-death story that I've had so far, where I was like that close to visiting the other land. I have a scar from when I was 3 right next to my eye. Story time, story time, story time. I know a guy who might be able to help you download the game from the GitHub if you're interested. Oh, dude, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm like kind of not even super stressed about it. I'm like totally in chill mode today. The fact this isn't even working, like I've honestly forgotten that I went live to go to play PokéRogue. I'm just hanging right now, dude. At what age does getting random bruises and scars start? And at what age does it end? Because I have some scars where I don't even know where they came from. Are you an anemia, brother? Do you also have low iron count? Because I know that when you got low anemia, or low anemia, I know when you got low iron, it's very easy for you to just bruise randomly all over, even if you didn't do anything. Your blood cells just colliding with your wall. Oh, forehead scar from when people accidentally threw stones into my head. Accidentally. How accidentally? Where were you and what were they trying to throw stones at? I was riding on a jet ski on a rough wave day, and my brother went on before me and had the plug off. So it was slowly filling up with water, and then I went on, and instead of getting over the wave, I went straight through and went to the bottom of the lake. I thought I legit died. Yeah, being underwater, it's... yeah. It's kind of wicked, though. Like, I don't know. I think about, like, the way that I eventually am gonna go out, you know? Like, how that'll end up happening. It being to a jet ski, you know, that'd be kind of hard. I have a scar on my forehead because I ran headfirst into an electrical fence. So people called me Harry Potter. Dude, how do you get access to an electrical fence? Where did you go to get to an electrical fence? I don't think I've ever been anywhere close to one in my life. I mean, genuine scars where I can see a marking, but I don't know where I got that. And also get random cuts every couple of months. I think that's the world trying to help you procreate at some point. Hey, dude, chicks love scars. If I would randomly start getting scars, I would just think that's God trying to help me out a little bit, you know? I was scar on my bicep from when I accidentally sliced my arm clean open with tweezers of all things. Story time? Did you just like forget it was there and just or something? Tweezers? I was being a silly child and just spinning around in circles, and I got super dizzy and hit my head on this old wooden rocking chair. I didn't notice I was bleeding. I remember going to my friend's house because her dad is a doctor, and he was like, get get to the ER. Then I remember getting there and talking to some of the doctors and nothing else. Yeah. Yeah. Dude, one of my favorite things to do as a kid was go to those playgrounds and go on one of those like little spinny things. But like sitting in the middle of it, it gets to a point where you feel like it's impossible for you to ever get off. Do we get disconnected? No, what do you mean? To be fair, it was an accident. They were throwing stones around with plastic scoops in the playground because they didn't have a ball. Hey, you gotta work with what you got. I had to go and tell one of them that it was time for their music lesson, and the wind blew the stones into my head. How strong was the wind? Damn. In 8th grade, I got into a fight with one of my friends. I use air quotes because as soon as it started, he pushed me and I broke my collarbone. First fast and only fight I've ever been in. Oh my god. You would have made it into a highlight reel if that was like MMA or something. Damn. Can you imagine? Can you imagine this being an 8th grader? You get into like a little tussle because Jimmy fucking, I don't know, stole a chocolate bar out of your lunch or whatever, and you end up breaking a kid's collarbone? I was scarred at the bottom of my forehead, top of the bridge of my nose from when I was sitting on the back of a couch. I fell off and landed face first onto the bottom shelf of a bookshelf. Could have gotten stitched, but I used super glue instead. Oh, health insurance moment on you, huh? Chat, what do we play? I want to play PokéRogue, and I also need to figure out what I want to do for my build for tomorrow. But now I suddenly don't have interest in doing anything because I'm drifting away. I'm drifting away, and I don't want to drift away because I want to play PokéRogue, but I fear I am drifting. I've also been resetting my save schedule by basically trying to flip it forward, and I've been doing that very, very prominently. Because I was waking up at like midnight, like 3 days ago. So I've basically been staying up 24 hours and then trying to sleep like 10. It's actually resulted in me sleeping like 20 hours a day for the past like 7 days. But I did wake up at 8 a.m. today, so I will be nice and prepped and awake for the 3 p.m. launch tomorrow. It's been down for a good while. Discord's announcement a bit over 5 hours ago about the Dios attack. Yeah, I didn't know it was gonna be. I had no idea about that before going live. I just figured I'd wing it on a click the go live button. I see now that I made a great mistake. Isn't there a way to make an offline version? Yes. Do I want to do that? No. I'm in the territory of there is a solution for my problem, and I am unwilling to do that solution. Today is a no effort day from me because I know that I will need much effort for tomorrow, so I am reserving my mental. You have to be able to connect to the online version once to be able to set up the offline version. My copium has arrived. Thank you for the delivery, Luke. I will compensate your family greatly. My schedule flips every 6 months from waking up at 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. No, it's great. I love having a 25-hour cycle. I never end up staying awake for only 16 hours. It's only ever 18 hours at a minimum. So unless I actively wake up on little sleep, I will always wake up like 2 hours later than I did the day before. I have to start setting an alarm because I'm not letting myself go live at 1 a.m. with this series. Streamer's live again, yay. Yeah, about that actually. I think I gotta go. One more injury story. My buddy once got a hose stuck in his throat doing a keg stand. Good times. Sword is go wild, dude. Yo, Crash, actually did not say much. I appreciate you. Damn. Let's see if I go offline. Then the servers are gonna go live again. You've succumbed to the yappening. This is a common occurrence, and you are not one of few. I'm gonna go offline. I want to do nothing but play PokéRogue. It's not available, so I'm just gonna go shrimp. There's nothing else that I want to do. It's either this or play Dota, and I don't feel like watching my chat go down to one message every 30 minutes. Another night's not tonight, though. Enjoy your shrimp. I do actually think I'm gonna have some shrimp for dinner. I will enjoy some shrimp. Okay. Yeah, alright. Call him on tomorrow at 4 p.m.